Now, this is an issue that is fundamental to every Australian. This is an election year. This is about taking the real issues of our community up. Our rights as Australians in an Australian workplace. What's happened to these guys, you can imagine it, in your own home. Like I said in Portland, that's your home. Your ship is your home. That's your place away from the cares and the dangers of seagoing life. It is the place that you live. It's the place that you eat. It's the place that you bathe. It is your home. And to have those people, for no other reason than these guys were what? Exercising their civil rights to work in their own country and not be replaced by a foreign workforce. This is not against the seafarers. They're an exploited group as well. I'm going to London now to take the ball up on behalf of all seafarers. All seafarers have got rights, but we've got rights to work in our own country, in our own industry. We've got the priority of those rights. And to be in your home and to be confronted by that sort of thuggery. And again, I don't know who these security guards are. They're people in precarious work, but they've been brought into a situation to escort other exploited workers into a workplace without knowing any of the background, and to throw these people, throw these comrades, throw these brothers out of their home and onto the wharf at 1:30 without any prior warning, without any notice, without any conversation. Now, that's not Australia. And we're not going to cop that. And that place over there, this government that was elected to govern on behalf of every Australian, to do it morally, to do it ethically, to do it within the rule of jurisprudence, legal jurisprudence, national jurisprudence, and to be able to allow that type of conspiracy, the ugliness, the ability to take away the fundamental things, to sleep soundly in your own home, to work in your own workplace, to pay tax, to educate your children, to pay your mortgage, stripped away for no other reason that they can do it. Same as they can do it in manufacturing, or they can do it in any other industry. What's it about? That it's about getting rid of unionists, getting rid of industries where there are unionists, where people come together in the collective to represent their own industrial, democratic, social, political, economic interests and the interests of their families. And if they confront that, then they're dragged out of their homes in the middle of the night and sent to the scrap heap. When? Alcoa, multinational company. You think they would have had the guts to do it without the support of the Turnbull government? Well, the question we're asking here, and it's just not the Portland Five, the question we're asking here, and will continue to ask throughout this year and up to the election, have we got rights to work in our own country? What's your answer to that, Mr Turnbull? What are you going to do about the tax evasion? What are you going to do about the bullying? What are you going to do about the stripping out of the rights? Are you going to tackle it head on, or are you going to support that type of bastardry? Now, the question is there. It's from every Australian working man and woman and their family that care about where this country's going. I can't imagine a better place than here in Canberra today, with many of our colleagues, and there will be many, many more in the coming days, weeks, months. This will be the focus for the sort of Australia we want to live in, the sort of Australia we deserve, the sort of Australia that we have fought for. 1 in 8 Australian seafarers died in the Second World War to defend this country. It is fundamental by the definition of the Prime Minister to be absolutely critical shipping to national security. You can't have it both ways. There can be no national security in a far greater way if there is no job security. And that's a right of every seafarer. That's the right of every construction worker. That's the right of every nurse. That's the right of every textile worker. That's the right of every service industry worker. The right to work in our own country. And we're going to stand here and demand justice and be the focus for what this is to be Australian, an Australian worker, to have your rights properly represented by the government of Australia, and if they won't preserve those rights, then to get rid of the government and put a government in place that will. I now declare the Tent Jobs Embassy open for business. Thanks, comrades, for